recently Dave had begun working at a new job at the movie theater, which is a great job. So a lot of free movies thanks to Dave. But a lot of people go to the movie theater, and while we're playing ping pong, hanging out, he gets a text from one of his coworkers that this girl, the girl that he currently would not stop talking about, Jessica, was seeing a movie, had just walked in, gotten their tickets, and one of our creepy friends at the movie theater was like, hey, she's here. And sent him a text. And so we got this information, right?
You guys had a whole team on this.
Yeah, well, it's hard to date, okay? You gotta have takes a lot of effort.
I'm trying to keep track of everything. There's Jessica just walked in. What is the name of this creepy friend?
Can we call him, I don't know, Kyle or something?
Sure, Kyle's about right.
All right.
I don't know. Kyle's
I'm pretty sure Kyle works at the movie theater and sweeps up the popcorn after the
you know
movie's
what?
over,
That
right?
can be confirmed. Every movie theater has a Kyle, so we have decreed. So
Cool.
It is so.
So it is
Real
done.
quick, though, about your ping pong table, just to relate, I didn't have a ping pong table, but I had a friend. I don't know if you guys remember, there was this channel, allegedly, that my friend would always turn on, and apparently it was all static, but apparently it was supposed to be a porn channel. And so my friend would turn on the staticky porn channel, and that was our cue to be like, oh, I think maybe I saw a boob. That reminds me of, that was our cue to talk about girls, was the weird staticky not real porn channel.
Wait, what did that remind this person of? Wow, a nipple. I remember my first dog. Wow.
I don't know, but he would always turn this on, and we would look for 3 seconds, maybe see something. It was like the ghost videos, man. It was we'd look and be like, is that a boob or a leg? I don't know. But Cindy was looking pretty fly the other day. I don't know. It would just lead the discussion.
Cindy.
That's concerning.
I don't want to go off into. This is Bob's story. It's just that was my ping pong table. Was my friend would turn on
Ping
the
pong
staticky porn.
is wholesome and a fun time for everybody. Mark and I played a lot of ping pong in college.
Yeah. I was actually just thinking about it, and now I'm starting to remember it. Between serves, Wade, Bob would get this really sad look, like he wanted to discuss girls, and then he'd
you
serve
never
and
did.
he wouldn't say anything, so
God,
we did not talk.
My friend had a pull-out couch bed, and we would sit together on this pull-out couch bed, and he would turn on the staticky porn channel. It's really awkward thinking back on. That was weird.
That's not a good picture.
Did you pull out the bed for that?
Yeah, we were on the bed together.
Oh.
Because that's where I would sleep. So we would hang out where I would sleep, and he'd be like, turn this on, and we'd be like, maybe there was a boob, I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about stuff. We would always notoriously talk about the girls we had crushes on and things. Anyway, Bob, go back to your. I wanted to relate to your ping pong table.
Okay, so we get the text from Kyle, the movie theater, creepy guy. Says, not only is Jessica my friend's love interest seeing a movie, she's seeing a movie with a friend who is the girl that I myself at that point in time would not shut up about. It's perfect, right?
What's your love interest name in this?
Melissa.
Yeah, what's the name? Melissa, okay.
Jessica and Melissa.
My best friend's love interest is at the movies with her best friend, my love interest. It's a love quadrangle. How do you say that word? Quadrangle. Quadrangle?
I think it's just a square.
It's parallelogram. Could be anything.
Could be. You're right.
Trapezoid.
Square is a parallelogram, but a parallelogram does not have to be a square.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
You and your friend who sound like squares in this. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got all the information now. The plan is obvious, right? Do you not see how this has to play out? Clearly, what we had to do was, step one, gather a posse, obviously.
Yep.
So we gathered the boys, if you will, our other friends.
So gang hit. Got it.
Yep. We had to rush to the grocery store to pick up some flowers and chocolates. We head to the theater to stake out the car and then ambush them with love and appreciation as they exit the theater to get into their vehicle and drive back home.
Meanwhile, hey Jessica, you want to go see a movie today? Yeah, Melissa, that sounds great. I can't wait. I just want to get away, just enjoy a movie, maybe go hang out afterward.
Just the two of us. Just casual, no drama, I had no idea.
I'm imagining this went well, but again, I don't want to get ahead of myself.
You don't know which part resulted in attempted murder, so don't draw any assumptions.
Beat them with the flowers, accept my love.
This brings us to Act 2, obviously, preparation. Now it's time to take action. There's a time clock on this. We know which movie they're seeing, when it was, how long the movie is. Our posse of friends that we gathered are the Stevens. one named Steven with a V, one named Steven with a PH. So there's 4 of us. We pile into my friend Dave's Honda Civic, and this next part plays out like an action movie. This is why the posse needs to be here, right? You gotta keep the car running, you gotta have logistics, you gotta have people in charge. So Dave and I are in the front seat, the Stevens are in the back seat, and we're like driving, totally following the speed limit, totally being safe. We're driving to the grocery store, and the Stevens are in the back. One of them we call Steven, and one of them is Steve, which helps differentiate, but also is sort of indicative of their personality. Steve is the gossip. Steve is the one like texting updates with Kyle, like, did they leave early? No? Okay. Like keeping the subjects in sight, keeping our intel fresh. Steven is the one staring at his watch on the minute, every minute is like, oh, 28 minutes. 28 minutes from right now, we need to be in that parking lot. That'll give us, 15 minutes to find the car, find a spot, get a good angle, and he's sitting there just staring at his watch, just waiting. So we get to the grocery store. We run into the store. We've never bought this stuff before. Neither of us realized until we got inside, we're losers, right? We haven't really dated people to this point. Never bought flowers for someone or chocolates. Never gone to the part of the store that's set up for desperate losers trying to impress a girl sort of area. Don't know where that is.
So she bought chocolates, flowers, and a 50-pack of condoms, I'm guessing.
Magnum XLs, baby.
Standards, yes, absolutely standard.
Extra small.
Extra small magnums.
I wonder if anyone's ever creepily stalked or planned an ambush for me anywhere close to what you guys did for this group.
How many ambushes have you avoided narrowly?
How many people's elaborate posse murder love plans have I just barely dodged? Probably 0.
And finally, after running around the store, looking like weirdos, we're fully loaded. Chocolates, flowers, extra small condoms. We're ready to go. The movie theater is not super far away, but we're back in the car, and it's like, all right, 8 minutes to the theater, and we're about 5 minutes away. Everything's on time. Steven is happy. Steve is updating us. They're still in the movie. Everything is fine. Kyle has not seen them go to the bathroom. He is watching them like a hawk.
I don't know if I'd be honored someone liked me that much, or if I'd be really weirded out or creeped out. I don't know how I'd feel.
Well, you don't need to worry about it because no one's that obsessed with you. Continue, Bob.
All
I
right.
could answer for you definitively, Wade. It's creepy. But anyway.
It is creepy.
We're very responsibly and safely driving to the movie theater. We get there, right? Okay, so Act 3, the payoff, the action. We're here.
Yeah.
This is going to sound worse than it is. Dave happens to know which car is theirs. He knows
That doesn't sound too bad.
which car his beloved Jessica drives. And
His beloved. Yeah, okay,
That sounds worse than knowing what car they drive.
Go ahead. His beloved Jen.
And so we go, we're scouting, we find the car, we circle around, we find an angle where we can park the Stevens so they can kind of see the action, Because they've been with us this far. You don't want to leave the Stevens parked off in the corner somewhere like a-holes.
Yeah, no.
You want them to be able to witness
Your greatness.
the great success that is about to happen, all this effort that we've put into coordinating this massive effort. So yeah, we get everything situated. We're sitting in the car. It's like a perfect TV show thing where it's from our car, it's sort of through one row. There's a perfect little window between the parked cars and a light. Literally, it's nighttime. It's like a weekend evening. In the dark night, their car, an orange car, by the way, has a beacon on it, at this bright focal point. But basically, we get the Stevens all set up. And then at some point, Dave and I are like, okay, well, we don't want to just be sitting here. If they come out earlier than we think or something, or maybe we have the timing off, we don't want to get out of our car and run at them. That's terrifying. Someone jumps out of a vehicle and charges you in the parking lot. That's like a kidnapper or something, right? That's bad. So we're we'll casually, with our huge bouquets of flowers and oversized boxes of chocolate, get out of our car and sort of skulk, I guess is the word I would use to describe it. Sort of pick a spot where they can't see us because it's a surprise, obviously. They can't see us coming out of the theater. We're hidden. Turns out that light bleeds a lot. It shows a lot of area. So I think we were we'll pick a discreet spot. It'll be fine. Luckily, the car that the girls are driving is this big truck sort of thing, like an SUV. It's tall. It hides us pretty well. I think if a family that was going to see a Pixar movie drove past this location in the parking lot that night, they would have looked off to the side and seen me. I was as big as I am now then. A huge 6'4" big dude with his very short friend standing in the middle of a parking lot with like some stuff, like obviously holding something, I guess flowers maybe. But like if you drive by that, how bad does that look?
Yeah, if I drove by that, I would think there was some shenanigans afoot and we'd go to a different theater.
Looking back on this though, right? And I don't feel good about this choice specifically. Of all the choices we made, this choice to lay in wait for what was essentially, I guess, our prey, to jump out at two unsuspecting people, it's a questionable
No, this
plan.
could only lead to true love.
Yeah, well, maybe it did. Maybe one of these girls is actually Mandy.
Oh,
Look, so we're standing here. It was probably like maybe 10 minutes, which is a long time to lurk in a parking lot. But we're standing there and it feels like forever, right? It's a combination of feeling kind of uneasy about where we are, the choices we've made, how this looks, but also we're about to ask a girl on a date, which is terrifying. Like it's as for high school me, I had never really done that. It's not successfully done that. And it was a lot. And we're standing there like, you know, hearts aflutter, murder muscles really getting warmed up. So we're waiting forever.
Yeah.
And finally, peeking through the, you know, you can sort of look through the windows of a car, we're peeking around the edges, lurking, if you will. Finally, they round the corner from the front of the movie theater. I will say this is the back parking lot of the movie theater, not the front one where like everyone goes. This is like the cool back one. There's less foot traffic, less witnesses. So they're making their way to the back parking lot. You know, we sort of huddle. We're like, they're coming. Oh my God. And we're looking at each other, and Dave and I, collectively, we have this conversation that's like, don't jump out too early. Don't give them any warning. Make sure they're nice and close so they can't run, you know? Make sure that they get close enough. And we're like, yeah, that's the plan. Obviously, all of this is obvious. And finally, they get close enough. Jessica's digging for her car keys. They're sort of finally arrived at the car, and we're like, yes. And we take our big step out from behind the car, present